Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks. For Ncaa Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Ducks will kick this away to get us going. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll hand it off. Some hard running there through a tackle. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
Second down after that previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Here we go, first third down of the game. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete, as good as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that third down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. You see him able to make the stop after a short gain. Early in this season, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Well, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Grabbed by the receiver. The gain is not in. For first down, so it brings up a fourth and short.
Now, fourth down.
The Ducks will look to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Lets it fly to the wideout. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Intercepted.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Catch made on the left side. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen when that timing is right. Big things can happen.
Catch made on the right side. He stopped him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Looking to throw again. The ball is caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long, so this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on third down. And they get the completion. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. Fourth down and 2 coming up to try to keep the drive going. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he's intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Swarm for the pass rush. A sack. And the Ducks come up to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, I would have thought they might have taken a break after this sack that they've given up. But here they are, ready to go again at the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep downfield to the left. Catch made down inside the 25.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And the Ducks are going to cash in here in the red zone. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He keeps it on the design run. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Oregon.
just unbelievable execution. They get a touchdown on the board, and Autzen Stadium is rocking. You know, they only have about 60,000 people inside this stadium. I would argue it's as loud as any stadium in the country, and you put a touchdown on the board like that, this place becomes electric.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Ball carrier tackled there. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field, ready now for the second period. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He can go. At the 20. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Handoff to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Second down. And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. The Wildcat look did not fool this defense at all.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Well, no surprise from offense this good, short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Breaks loose at the 40. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Touchdown, USC. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25-yard line. And the offense trots back out on the field again. Hand off to the right side. First down and more. He's still running. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Oregon.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for the wideout. He's got it in the open. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Yeah, great throw here by this USC quarterback, but how about the catch by the wide receiver? And, Chris, we've been saying that for decades when it comes to USC and their wide receivers. What incredible history, going way back to Len Swan. I know he was a Steeler, but it all started when he wore that USC uniform. Keyshawn Johnson had a brilliant career. So did Robert Woods. And how about Amon-Ra St. Brown and the job that he did when he was at SC?
The pocket breaking down. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. The quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught by the receiver. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. It's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. A quick throw out left, complete. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
The Ducks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw here. A deep shot to the right. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 34. He dumps it off to the tight end.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
This is becoming a productive drive, a first down at the 47. Quick throw, the catch is made. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23. The Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. The receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Defense cannot get this offense to 4th down. Offense continues the long drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks.
Oh, man, these guys will not be stopped. Talk about putting up points before halftime and then really putting some distance on the scoreboard. This defense is officially reeling.
Automatic on the PAT. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short gain. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking right. This one caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. And looking to throw now on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Caught near the goal line. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Now the quarterback found a matchup that he loved, gets a big gain with a nice throw, and now they're down in the red zone looking for some points.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Moves out of the pocket. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10.
Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. And it's a direct snap. He gets loose. Gets the first and still running. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
Extra point makes it 35-14. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it deep to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
second down play coming up for this offense. QB keeper all the way. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Out of the gun now on third down. Slides the quick throw. And they do pick up first down yardage. Set up now at the 44.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
The Ducks will have 1st and 10 here. They'll run it from the gun. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
And the Ducks will try to keep this drive moving. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
The Ducks trying to cash in here in the red zone. The back in motion now. Design quarterback run. Has a path to the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. 14. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Wow, man, this guy's having a heck of a day. Now, they may not win this game today, but you cannot fault his effort, what he's been able to do. He's been the one bright spot as that last carry now puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Close to the tight end. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Going to try to use his legs here. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
21.
Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start.
And your Oregon Ducks will take over 1st and 10.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, and the pass kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Now it's 2nd down here. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
At the 26. 3rd down coming up.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got room to run. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Inside the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Oregon.
Hey, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
21.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. In the first play of the drive now from the 25.
Let's go!
Play action here on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Deep throw across his body to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. One back in backfield, and he'll get the carry. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And the Trojans will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time,
he cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second down now after the sack.
Here we go, here we go.
There's the handoff. Defense finally able to get him down after the juke, but he picks up a decent gain.
At the 27-yard line. Third down coming.
And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to play of what has been a beatdown so far. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down.
Pace, 27, jump. Ready, go.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. The receiver grabs it. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Important second down play coming up. Keeping it on the ground here. He's got the first and still going. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
That's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Breaking free at the 35. Excellent catch and run by the senior.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Not much on that play, brought down short.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. It tests the middle, begins stuffed. That run goes nowhere.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down.
At the 22.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. This will be a 39-yard attempt. Who got it? The field goal's good. And they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the USC offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give them credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
It went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Yeah, Chris, he got hit right as he released the ball. Very fortunate that ball's not picked off. And the bottom line is that they can't give this quarterback more time in the pocket. They have no chance of thinking about trying to come back.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking for his back. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Running back grabs it on a screen. And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down. Here's the second down play.
At the 42. Brings up second down.
From the shotgun, hand off inside. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
An important third down attempt for this offense.
Here we go, here we go.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And he's got it again. And they convert on third down, moving the football to the 35. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Tries to get it to the running back. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Trojans line it up with first and goal. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of times you see teams go up tempo when they've got momentum. It comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day.
And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, USC.
Touchdown.
It's not going to make much of a difference today, but it can be a subtle positive takeaway for a team getting beat down like this. And it demonstrates resilience. You want to see this fight from your team in this kind of situation.
And they tack on the extra point.
52, USC, 28.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Counting away with the run game. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the fourth quarter to see this guy get the football and just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, 2nd down and 11. And the tailback's got it again. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. That's a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And a timeout taken by the defense with 30 seconds remaining. The Ducks bring their punt team onto the field. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for a late deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
But here we are in the 4th quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense to give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10 from the 45. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining.
Timeout, USC.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Takes a hit just as he lets it fly. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. He's just going to go down as the time runs out of this ballgame. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible, Kirk, but for the first time, they run into a hurdle they can't clear. Now, how will they respond to this first loss?
And I think that's the big question. One loss isn't going to eliminate these guys from the playoff, but all they can do and focus on now is resetting, regrouping, and maybe use this loss as fuel down the stretch.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.